Hello, welcome to IC Show TV at IC 2020 in Amsterdam. Many thanks for joining us for the latest in this video. Today I'm joined by Jamie from Adder. Welcome, Jamie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well.
Good.
And the AdderLink Infinity 3000
Yes.
launched at the show.
Yep.
And reading some of the material before the show, it said it was launched in a response to customer demand for a hybrid IT strategy. Can you explain kind of to our viewers what Adder means by that?
Yeah, of course. So what we're seeing obviously is a rising increase of IT technology within the AV space broadly. Also in areas that we work in, like broadcast sector as well, adopting more and more IT technology. And one of those areas that lots of people are investing is around virtualization. So what we're seeing customers doing is basically deploying technology which can be virtualized, ultimately with the goal of saving them money, time, speed, and also increasing their availability of tools while reducing downtime. And what that means from us as a KVM vendor is that we have users who need to access computers which may now be virtualized rather than physical machines. And so customers are somewhere along that line of trying to virtualize technology, some faster than others, but the user requires this hybrid type product, allowing them to talk to both worlds. Wanting still, though, a KVM experience, so fast switching, high quality video access, the ability to plug in peripherals that they need. And so what we've done with the 3000 is provide them with direct access to that virtual world from their KVM receiver. And what that means is we maintain that speed. We can provide them with some interesting user interface tools like auto login, and ultimately give them that KVM experience, but now not just switching between virtual machines, but switching between the physical and the virtual world back completely seamlessly.
Yeah. I mean, something I've seen throughout the 3 days of the show so far is, over IP. We're moving in that world, aren't we? I mean, could you talk me through the differences between IP KVM and Direct Connect KVM?
Yeah, of course. So we've been playing in both markets for some time. We launched the AdderLink Infinity range back in 2010. So we've been in the IP space for a long while. And actually, when you look at why a customer might choose between Direct Connect and IP, we tend to talk a lot about the actual architecture of the overall system. Yeah. So the advantages of IP, the ability to connect systems, grow them over time, scale them up to your business needs. And in organisations that are deployed over campuses, for example, there's some huge advantages to that. Yeah. It also is really important that as vendors we offer tools that allow you to utilise that infrastructure. So, we're in a market where Direct Connect has real use cases for customers who need small KVM systems. We have systems like our DDX platform that work for that, particularly well. But as customers do grow those systems or want those extra features, IP allows them to build an architecture to support them today, tomorrow, and onwards. Of course, it's really important that the technology we develop in the endpoint and in the management systems is also leading in that sense. So it's not just about the network in itself, but how do you utilize that network? Sure. And part of that for us was doing things like developing our proprietary codec. So we're not using an off-the-shelf codec, we're doing something that really allows a KVM experience with super low latencies, pixel-perfect nature. That's more about how we've developed our product, less so than the network, but the network allows us to build that at scale.
Sure. I mean, final question, as I mentioned before, we're moving to a AV over IP, or anything over IP, it seems that more manufacturers are coming into that space, it becomes slightly crowded. I mean, in your opinion, how do Adder products differentiate in that market? How do you kind of stand out? What do you do differently? Maybe?
So ultimately, obviously, the overall term of AV over IP, we're within the subset in that we're KVM first of all. So our customers are tending to want to interact, and because we've developed things like the codec that allow that super low latency and the USB interaction, we've seen the customers adopt us also for AV over IP or just let's talk video over IP, because they know the performance they're getting is effectively lossless at the front end, and it's high performance. So that's a big part of it. It's then about the user experiences and the tools of how you manage that. So for us, things like endpoints having the ability to fail over between two networks allows us to go into environments that are mission critical, 24/7 operation, for example, leveraging that network, but ultimately taking a decision to allow the product to work across dual networks simultaneously. And then the management tools, like how do we manage security on the system, how do we let people define who can have access, when they can have access, and in what mode. So really building on top of that, and I think that's what's separating us from people entering the market now for the first time may be using more off-the-shelf technology and not able to necessarily deliver some of the things that you're required for really good user experience in an interactive way.
Okay. Jamie, many thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.